So hello friends, welcome to my other video. So today we will be discussing about erection and ejaculation mechanism. So what are the major mechanisms involved in erection and ejaculation? So parasympathetic is responsible for erection, sympathetic is responsible for emission, and sympathetic again is responsible for ejaculation proper. So what all are these that we will study one by one. So remember that in all these, whether it is erection, ejaculation, stimulus may be tactile. When it is tactile, afferent stimulus from the, if you take genitalia, from genitalia, afferent stimulus will play the role through the sensory component of pudendal nerve. It may be auditory, it may be visual, it may be psychic stimulus, it may be olfactory, and it may be combination of all. And tactile, it is not that tactile can only be from genitalia. Tactile may be from any other organs also. So here first before going we will discuss how is the parasympathetic and how is the sympathetic. So parasympathetic, all of you know parasympathetic is also known as craniosacral. So it is arising from sacral. So from sacral, it is a preganglionic nerve fiber which will arise. Then there are pelvic plexus are there. From pelvic plexus, postganglionic nerve is going to arise. Now this postganglionic nerve through cavernous nerve, you can call it as postganglionic. It is a cavernous nerve or also nerve originatus. It is going to supply penile corpora and vessels. So this is about parasympathetic. Now, what about sympathetic? So sympathetic, all of you know, it is thoracolumbar. So in this case, it is lumbar. Preganglionic fiber will go to prevertebral ganglion. From prevertebral ganglion, postganglionic fiber is going to arise. And postganglionic fiber may be cavernous nerve or hypogastric nerve, or it may also be through the pelvic plexus. And again, it is going to supply penile corpora and various vessels. Now, here in addition to sympathetic and parasympathetic, somatic motor is also there as well as sensory is also there, and these are through pudendal nerve. Now, what is the mechanism for erection? So, as I have told you, in erection mainly, so here I have shown the cut section of penile urethra. So here to corpus spongiosum, not corpus spongiosum, corpus cavernosum is there and corpus spongiosum is there. So corpus spongiosum is having urethra and corpus spongiosum you can say it is a artery, and artery is covered by various sinuses. Now this is you can say a resolution stage, or here in at this case penile, at this junction penile is not in a stage of erection. Now so these were various artery, vein, nerves. So this is a flaccid penis. Now whenever it has to be converted to a you can say erect penis, so what is going to occur? That dimension or you can say circumference is going to increase. So what is going to occur first? See, corpora muscle are going to increase. Now in the center there is a artery which has undergone dilation. Now just see sinusoids. So sinusoids initially they were very small. Now they have undergone into a dilation. So whenever there is a erection, what is occurring? Blood flow is going to relax and penile carpula will relax by increasing the blood flow. Not only that, venous drainage is going to block. How it is going to block? There will be contraction of the muscles around the base, and that way venous drainage is going to block. So blood flow is increasing, and at the same time venous drainage is blocked. So ultimately all blood will be, you can say it will be clamped. It will be there in all this penile tissue, and as a result of that erection is going to occur. So this is the main mechanism by which erection is going to occur. So how it is going to occur? So again there is a stimulus. I have told you stimulus can be anything. So stimulus will lead to a stimulus through the sacral segment. Ultimately is going to stimulate cavernous nerve and nerve originatus. So when it will stimulate this nerve, NO, with the help of enzyme known as nitric oxide synthase, NO will be released. Now this NO is going to act where? Vascular smooth muscle. So in the vascular smooth muscle, it is going to act on the GTP. GTP will be converted to cyclic GMP, and cyclic GMP, if action is to be terminated, it has to be converted to the GMP. Now, what are the enzymes involved? So, NO is going to stimulate enzyme guanylyl cyclase, and it will lead to formation of cyclic GMP. If action is to be terminated, phosphodiesterase type 5 will be activated. Now this, there is one medical application of this. So phosphodiesterase type 5, it can be inhibited by the drug known as Viagra, Viagra is a brand name. It contains sildenafil citrate. So Viagra will inhibit phosphodiesterase, and as a result of this, what will happen? Cyclic GMP level is going to increase. So cyclic GMP, ultimately what it is causing? It is causing relaxation. Relaxation of, we have just discussed, relaxation of corpora and blood vessels. So as a result of this, ultimately erection is going to occur. So that was the mechanism of erection. Now how emission and ejaculation is going to occur? So emission center is upper lumbar segment. So in emission, what is occurring? There is a contraction of smooth muscle. Smooth muscle, you can say smooth muscle of vas deferens, smooth muscle of seminal vesicles, smooth muscles of, you can say, prostate. So what it will cause? It will cause semen to enter into the urethra. So this is known as what? Emission. Now here, remember retrograde ejaculation. What is retrograde ejaculation? The semen is coming into the urethra. Semen can undergo in a backward direction through internal urethral meatus, and semen can enter into the urethra. So this has to be prevented. So this is also done by sympathetic only. Now, this semen has entered to the urethra. Now from urethra semen has to go outside. This is known as ejaculation proper. So what is the center of ejaculation? Again, lower lumbar. Now see, ejaculation is a spinal cord reflex which is under higher control. So here, as a result of semen, this spinal cord semen in the urethra, this spinal cord reflex is getting initiated, and this can be controlled by your cerebral cortex also. So in ejaculation, what is occurring? There is a rhythmic, as a result of this reflex, spinal cord reflex, there is a rhythmic contraction of striated muscle in the perineal area, muscles of the pelvic floor, you can say ischio-cavernous and bulbospongious muscle, and ultimately all this contraction, rhythmic contraction, is going to propel semen outside, from urethra to outside. So this is known as ejaculation proper. So in this case, spasmodic contraction of the muscles of the hip joint and anal sphincter may also accompany. So I hope this emission and ejaculation proper and erection is clear. So one is, erection is under parasympathetic mainly control, and ejaculation is mainly under sympathetic control. So this is a major mechanism of erection and ejaculation. So thanks.